Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Victoria, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I will be using for One Book July. And this is actually my first time doing One Book July. I've always wanted to, but I've never been able to consolidate my planners into one. If you are returning, you may be surprised to see me using an A6 Stalogy instead of rings. I have been using this A6 Stalogy as my main planner since the beginning of June, since June 1st. And this came totally as a surprise. It was totally unexpected. I have been using an A6 Stalogy for a little over a year now as my memory book. So I just use this as highlights basically. So a lot of the stuff that happened while I was living in Korea is documented in here. And quite frankly, I have not really updated this since I returned home from Korea. It's just been a strange time, and I can't say that I've been very motivated to highlight too much in this since I've returned home. But I managed to find some really beautiful covers for an A6 Stalogy, including this one. This is a Royal Violet. I bought this on the buy sell trade, and it is from the mystery sale, and this is one of my favorite leathers. This is from the Foxy Fix, and I just absolutely adore this cover, and it motivated me to buy another Stalogy. So that's what I did, and I decided to actually plan in it as opposed to using it as a memory keeper, and I am loving it. So let me show you guys how I'm using it. As much as I admire people who bullet journal, and I think it's so beautiful to look at, I've never been able to imagine myself doing any sort of bullet journal system just because it's so much prep work and I am so intimidated by a blank page. So in this, I don't really follow any sort of bullet journal rules. I just kind of make it up as I go along. So just sitting here tucked in front, I keep this really cute little pouch. I believe that I purchased this on AliExpress. I've had it for some time now. In here, I keep some of my favorite little stickers. These adorable little stickers are from Pretty and Prim Co. And I do have a PR code for her shop. I will leave that down below for you guys to check out. As I'm recording this, she does currently have a sale going on, so be sure to check her out. I also have a set of stickers in here from Hello Paper Cat, who I also have a PR code for. And then I keep some of my favorite Avery tabs in here as well. I love these. They're so cute. I love that I can reposition them. They're perfect to use in my Stalogy. The cover that I have here, this clear plastic cover, I bought on Jet Pens, and I believe this is the Midori cover. It fits perfectly on here, and I do really like having this clear cover so that way I can decorate the front of my Stalogy without having to put things on there permanently. So I have this sticker here from Jacqueline de Leon, so I don't have it actually stuck onto the Stalogy. I've just used a piece of tape on there so that way I can change it out as I like. I do have this really beautiful vinyl. This one is from the Panda Pig. That is on there permanently, but that's okay because it's gorgeous. Tucked here in the front, I have this really cute little soju sticker. This is one that I purchased while I was living in Korea, and I have some really pretty washi here, mainly from Simply Gilded, and then this Sailor Moon one here is from Korea. Opening up, I did cover up the gray because I do not like it. I covered it up with this paper, and then I stuck this really cool picture of top because I always have to have top in all my planners. I have this cute printable vellum from My Cute Digitals. I had a lot of first page fear, so I had left this page blank for quite some time, but I did eventually just decide to do a really simple watercolor and a zodiac constellation. My zodiac, I'm a Cancer. My birthday was yesterday, in fact. I did decide to go ahead and put an index in here. I am filling in my index as I go, so anytime I write something that I just want to keep a note of, I will come back and write that page number here in my index. I do have some printable inserts in here. These are inserts that I had purchased for my A6 rings, so I just reprinted them on sticker paper and stuck them in here. So this is the yearly overview from Jasinia's Printables, and then the holiday calendar that came along with it. This Moon Phases calendar, I can't remember the name of the shop that I got it from, but it is a freebie, and I will leave that information down below for you guys. So this is my first month. I did start using this in June, or at the beginning of June. And so this was the first monthly layout that I did. I drew a very simple little calendar here. I did my important dates and then June goals as well as currently. So currently reading, watching, and maybe anything else fun that I want to keep a note of. Following that, I did my habit tracker, and just like always, I was really good at keeping up with it at the beginning of the month, not so good at keeping up with it for the rest of the month. And then we get into my daily pages. So I am doing a day per page. I've been doing a 2-column system. It's just really worked for me. I do hope to change that up eventually, but right now this is working for me and I'm really enjoying it. So this is the system that I've done all month. One of the things that I have really enjoyed about using this Stalogy is the fact that I can finally use all of these old Erin Condren style stickers that I've been hoarding for so long. I have not used an Erin Condren in many years, but I am able to use those stickers in my Stalogy that I have collected from Happy Scrappy kits or Simply Gilded kits, so that's been really fun. So after my week here, I just did a fun little Animal Crossing spread. So this is just some info that I want to remember from my Animal Crossing game. And then I just move right into my following week. So when setting up my A6 Stalogy, the only thing that I pre-date pages for is the week. I will do Monday through Sunday, and that's it. Anything in between, I write as I please. So after that week, I wrote a YouTube list. I wrote here some important stuff for some little side business that I'm doing. These are just some notes and some YouTube videos that I was watching, some resin supplies because I am getting back into my resin crafting, and then some goals for my Etsy shop, ideas. I stuck some cute vellum in here from the Coffee Monster Co. This week I decided to do a weekly overview, and really I don't really think I'm going to do this again, but it was fun to try something different for the week. This week I'm using a kit that I've had for a long time. This kit is from Stick With Me shop, and I thought this washi tape that I had from Korea just went perfectly with this kit. And then I move into another week, so I didn't have any notes in between those 2 weeks, so they're just backed up right up against each other. This is using an old Happy Scrappy kit. Very summery, I love it, so cute. There are some spaces where I didn't really have anything to write or anything I really wanted to remember, so I would write a quote in there and maybe highlight it with some Tombows or something. Some more notes, more lists. This is some really lovely acetate from the Panda Pig. And then I have this lovely quote card that I took out of my A6 rings. I just thought this quote I think just is very appropriate for 2020. And then I have my July overview, and I did decide to use the same layout that I used for June because it's very convenient. It worked really well for me. I decided to go ahead and put my habit tracker once again. I'm going to try it. I always try a habit tracker. And to go along with my one book July, I decided to go ahead and add in some of my finance stuff in here because quite frankly, finance was the only thing that was really staying in my rings planner. So I decided to just go ahead and move that over to my Stalogy. And then here is the current week. So yesterday was my birthday, and so I used this really beautiful Celebrate kit from Simply Gilded. This was one of her anniversary kits from maybe end of last year, I think. I can't remember. And then here is today. So I have not filled this in completely. So how I usually plan is I'll fill out my to-do side first, write down my to-dos for the day. And then if anything fun is happening today or anything that I perhaps need to remember, I'll write that on this side. And then I'll do a little tiny bit of memory keeping on this side, whether I just make note of what show I watched or what we had for dinner that day, I'll put it on this side. This little sticky note I keep in here to just have a running to-do list. Things that don't necessarily need to get done that day, but I do perhaps need to get started on, like my taxes. I haven't started that yet. This little page marker I've had for quite some time. This is from Banana Doodle Shop. I believe this was a collab that she did with Ashley Lay Designs. And you can see how I've laid out the rest of my week already. And that's it. That's all that I have in here so far. In the very back of the book, I do some pin tests back here, so you can see whether or not the pin will bleed through, how it'll look on the Stalogy paper. I have this back gray page covered up with some really pretty star paper. I believe this is from Hobby Lobby. It's sticker paper. This is a cute little pocket that I made using some Happy Scrappy vellum that came with the Happy Scrappy kit. I have this cute Marina from Hello Paper Cat and a cute little Coffee Monster Co. This little adhesive pocket on the back is also from Happy Scrappy. I usually keep whatever stickers I'm using for the week in this pocket, but the Simply Gilded stickers don't all fit in here, so I just have a small sheet of them in there. And then I keep my A Peach Tea Money card. This was the subway / train card that I used in Korea, so I just keep that in here to cut my washi. And that is it, guys. That is how I am currently using my A6 Stalogy. This is going to be what I use for July, my one book July. I am really loving this thing. This has been very functional and very fun for me. I do have here some of my favorite pens that I use in my Stalogy. I've recently fallen in love with ballpoint pens, and this has been my favorite. This is the Jetstream pen. I love it so much. This is the Sakura Micro Perm, and honestly this pen I do not recommend using on the Stalogy paper because it will bleed through. I use this specifically for my Simply Gilded stickers because this is basically the only pen that will write on there other than a Sharpie marker, and it writes really nicely. I also really like using my Staedtler fine liner in my Stalogy. It just makes for really bold, nice writing, so I've really enjoyed using this pen as well. So that is it, guys. That is my entire flip. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope to come back next month with a look at July. I hope you guys are staying safe. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.